सो बचपन में व्हेन यू सिटिंग इन द हाउस और आप दूरदर्शन देख रहे होते थे, तो आपको बताया जाता था कि पद्मश्री क्या होता है, पद्म भूषण क्या होता है। फिर आप ये बड़े बड़े अवार्ड्स देखते थे। अब मेरी फैमिली आर्मी फैमिली है। मेरे बड़े भाई जो मेरे मामा जो थे, पुलिस अवार्ड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, और बड़ी सी एक फोटो घर पे डाली जाती थी। आज जो द स्पेशल स्पेशल जेंटलमैन इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी, his house must be starting with these awards, and then by the time the house finishes also, more presidents pictures only must be there, because he truly is one of, at such a young age, one of our all-time greats, and continues to be. It's truly an honor to have Pankaj Advani with us today. Billiards, snooker, whatever the sport is known for the country today, and with all our age, all our youngsters, all the older people, it is thanks to you carrying the legacy forward. Pankaj, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Salil. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
But I'm not wrong. You must have every single conceivable picture. And when you're in London or England, एक बार आपको नाइटहुड मिल जाता है, सर आपके नाम के साथ जुड़ जाता है। यहाँ आपको इतने हाई पद्धति मिल चुकी है। Do you think that there should be, and I know you're a very modest person, but do you think in India there should be, जिनको पद्मश्री मिल जाता है, जिनको पद्म भूषण, पद्म विभूषण जिनको मिल जाता है, do you think उनके नाम के आगे अब कुछ लगना चाहिए?
बिल्कुल, I don't see any harm in that. In fact, it's an honor given by the government. तो मेरे ख्याल से लगना चाहिए, क्योंकि जैसे आप बोल रहे थे कि यूके में नाइटहुड के बाद आपको सर बुलाया जाता है, एंड इन इंडिया वी गेट पद्मश्री, पद्म भूषण, विभूषण, भारत रत्न. Even Sachin Tendulkar who's got the Bharat Ratna. I don't think they call him Bharat Ratna Sachin Tendulkar.
That's true.
Kyunki it's not allowed apparently. But yeah, there's some certain rules.
Right. Why are we so apologetic for world domination, for success? In India, it's frowned upon, which earlier was a very British kind of ideology. Ki mustn't speak about your laurels. But I don't understand why we still continue to do that.
I feel, back in the time, this goes back way, into the era where we were ruled by the British.
Yes.
और काफी उन्होंने जो सिखाया हम लोगों को, I think that has sort of been carried forward throughout the years.
Right.
So, that's typical subservient, self-effacing kind of approach towards things, which is also not a bad thing, because it teaches us to be modest and humble.
Right.
But you can't be too humble and apologetic, as you said, about, being the best or dominating in the world of sport or whichever field you choose to pursue.
So it's been a very interesting journey, considering the fact that there's nothing left for you to achieve. When people want to understand what Pankaj Advani has done, the magnitude of it. You're correct me if I'm wrong, the only player to win world championships as well as Asian championships in billiards and snooker. There's the only attached with that. Isn't that like crazy? That I remember, in squash, the domination of Jamshed Khan and all the other players in squash. World title afterward, Jamshed and Jamshed, non-stop. You're pretty much like that, and over there they were like national jewels, in a sport like squash in Pakistan, where again cricket and hockey was so prevalent. Do you think India has given that kind of izzat to someone like Pankaj Advani as he should have got?
Well, it's not only me. I think it's about a lot of other sports people.
True.
जैसे पाकिस्तान में भी बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स हैं जो हम लोग मिलते हैं इंटरनेशनल टूर्नामेंट्स के टाइम पे. इनफैक्ट द मोस्ट रीसेंट वर्ल्ड कप व्हिच आई वन वाज अगेंस्ट अ पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर इन द फाइनल. और उन्होंने मुझे भी बताया कि यार पाकिस्तान में सिर्फ क्रिकेट है. तो दिस इज द सेम स्टोरी इन द सब कॉन्टिनेंट. एंड व्हाइल being around in the world of sport for so long, I know that every country has its favorite sport. Nobody has any grudges against cricket, but I just feel like we need to open up to more sports. और धीरे धीरे वो ओलंपिक परफॉर्मेंस के थ्रू हो रहा है, but it's very, very gradual, Salil. We need to really aggressively push our athletes and say, listen, we treat you as, in the same way as demigods like we treat our cricketers. Or at least give them that cult status, that celebrity status.
You are in a way a lot like Vishwanathan Anand, you all were doing your own thing. Or we'll come back to where, maybe schooling and the way you lived abroad as well, शायद उससे काफ़ी फ़र्क पड़ा था. But विश्वनाथन आनंद का एक लव अफेयर भारत के साथ में वो खैर टूट गया. I think he ended up staying in Spain and now he's a Spanish citizen. Somehow he just was doing so much for India, and we have a lot of those grandmasters and after that. But he never sort of had that same kind of connection with India like we would have thought. I remember watching his final with Anatoly Karpov in the final and going, wow, ये तो Indian है. Similarly with you and Geet Sethi before you, I used to watch. we used to just go crazy. Did you feel like there was a connection that was lost there that maybe could have been reconnected, जो शायद नहीं हुआ in the last 10 years?
See, मेरे ख्याल से everybody who represents India is a hero.
Correct.
Especially when you win
Yeah.
the main championship, the world championship, you win gold medals in world championships, Olympics, Asian Games, all of these things. And fortunately in my career, I've seen quite a bit of that. So I feel the connection only becomes stronger with your country.
True.
Yes, maybe the country has not given you as much as you would have liked, but at the end of the day, we're still representing India. We have that flag on our chest.
Yeah.
और मैं एक बात बताऊं सलील, when I go out there and when I have that, India flag stitched, the logo on my waistcoat, there's no prouder moment for me. Yeah, because I mean, I may win, lose, whatever happens, but I would ensure that I'm going to be a good ambassador of the country.
Yeah.
I'm going to represent, my motherland to the best of my ability, and let's see where it goes.
You're like the perfect gentleman, and the sport itself has always been like that. Very quiet, hushed tones. वो typically imperialistic era से ये आ गया है. मतलब ये horse riding ऐसे कुछ sports है जहाँ बहुत ही it's a very different type of people that play it. और ऐसा माना जाता था it's a very elitist sport. Is it still, or do you think not at all?
I don't think it's an elitist sport. On one hand we say that यार कितने सारे youngsters खेलते हैं इस game को. Okay, fine, maybe not competitive, but recreationally. On the other hand, people say, oh, this is an elitist game. Actually, somewhere down the line, we've lost our identity. We don't know what we are. We are a competitive, serious sport. Because national championships में over 1,000 players play the game. International tournaments happen all across the globe. There are so many players from some of the big countries who participate. Olympics में नहीं है. Now again, that's up to the international bodies, right? But I also feel that Olympics is not the be-all.
Correct.
Because it happens once in 4 years.
Yes.
Anything which has more consistency to, like your Grand Slams in tennis.
That's true.
Those are the big prizes you want to win.
Yeah.
But I just feel like in India, if we open up, if the corporates open up to different sports, because cricket का भी काफी हो चुका है यार. We know what cricket is about. IPL होता है, World Cup होता है, and then the whole drama over and over again. I mean, as an Indian, wouldn't I, want to watch more sports content?
Of course.
Different kinds of sport? Yes. Why wouldn't I not want to consume? And if it starts with the Olympics or the Asian Games, well and good. But we can, I think, more often than not, start following our heroes now. And follow them in world championships and celebrate each achievement equally. Like we do with the cricketers.
But you always a person who picked up a cue and said, snooker and billiards it is for me.
यार अभी
और या फिर कोई और sport भी था आपका?
नहीं, स्कूल के टाइम पे ना actually I was very good in different sports, but at a very ordinary level. Well, I have to be honest with myself, and I can afford to be now since I've excelled in one or other two, billiards and snooker. I used to play table tennis, basketball, cricket, the usual outdoor games. But the moment I picked up the cue, I felt this is something different. The level
But
of
how did you
obsession
find
was crazy.
competition? बचपन में तो आपके सामने तो कुछ होता ही नहीं
मैं
होगा.
इतना छोटा सा था, I could barely reach the table. I was 10 years old. When I entered the club the first time, I saw people play over there, and they said, who's this Tingu playing, whatever. They didn't take me seriously, So I went back home. I used to cry to my mom. I used to cry to my coach, and they said, listen, let your cue do the talking. Let your performance speak for itself. And then slowly, I became a very internalized person, and I had this right from the beginning. It's not that I had to become another person.
Right.
In fact, the game shaped my identity. It made me who I am today. Because of the numerous experiences, the rivalries, the criticism, the big bats, the praise, the adulation, everything. And that's the beauty of sport. That those experiences you can't buy.
And you have a national headline in a newspaper. Wow, your parents must have been like over the moon.
Yeah, I mean, my mom, brother. Unfortunately, I lost my dad at a very early age, so we had a lot to deal with earlier in my life. But all that apart, I told my coach that I want to now specialize in billiards, and he started laughing. He says, you can't do it. You either play snooker. In fact, I suggest you play only snooker because I was doing well over there, and forget about doing both sports. A lot of seniors also criticize me, say, how can he, excel in both?
Isn't it like T20 test in one day?
I think it's tougher, Salil. I mean, I'm not qualified enough to talk about cricket. I don't follow so much of it. But
is it like two different sports completely?
It's like doing, I would say, if the closest would be like doing backstroke and freestyle, or doing a double trap shooting and then your normal whatever.
Correct.
25
so totally different
pistol.
disciplines.
Yeah, totally different disciplines played on the same table.
Yeah.
Billiards is played with 3 balls, yellow, white and red. Snooker is played with 22, where you see those 15 reds in the shape of a triangle and the other color balls. But the scoring patterns, the technique, the the approach is very, very contrasting in nature. And that is why people said that you will not be able to do it. And I wanted to redefine the word specialization. That was my aim from the very beginning. And because I dreamt of it, because I believed in it, I think it's manifested, in itself over the last 2 decades. Ironically, in fact, when I met, MS Dhoni at the Padma Bhushan ceremony,
Right.
where we know each other pretty well.
Yeah, that's like a really, really private club of very few people that is there, which you all happen to be a part of.
Exactly, and it was
Yeah.
a huge honor because to have two sports persons who are at the top of their games to receive a big award from the president is it's an unforgettable moment. So he said if I had 100 crores, if I had the funds to actually put in a sport
Yeah.
in India, I would use it all up for precision sports because that's where India's strength lies.
Correct.
If you see our performance in sports which requires more physical power,
Yeah.
we're not up there. Even, sorry to say, even cricket for
Of
now,
course.
I don't think we're right at the top
Yeah.
because there are countries who are beating us. But I'm
No,
sure
I
that'll
think
change.
what you're saying is completely right. There was a time when they used to say ki haath ki dexterity. So even in hockey, once we became a slightly more physical hockey team, now we're being able to compete a little bit. But essentially, we've always been haath ki kalaiyon. Indian artistry, subcontinental kalaiyan was always part of it, which is exactly what you use, your wrists.
Yeah, your wrists.
And the Europeans were always about more machoism, more power, and all that.
Yeah.
So I think that world is not merged yet. Do you think you can be that missing link? How do you think that the last 2-3 years with digitization, with social media awareness, with people spending more time on the phones, has there been a little bit more of a realization कि अरे यार हमारे तो बड़े सारे world beaters हैं इसमें?
The realization is there. People are aware of some of our achievements in sports that are not considered mainstream in India.
Yeah.
But through social media and of course television has to be there. Without television, you can't really attract eyeballs because people need
Which
to
is
understand
strange.
the
We
sport,
used
need
to have
see
television
it.
coverage earlier.
We used to.
I have seen you on TV only.
Yes, earlier. And then with the advent of your franchise-based leagues like your
Yeah.
IPL and Pro Kabaddi and all of this, which is great for their sports,
Yeah.
somewhere we have missed out. And I think that's the job of the federation to fill in that gap and say, okay, fine, now let's move with the times.
Yeah.
Let's capitalize on the achievements of people like Pankaj and some of the top players of India, and let's create a league and a proper series that we can revive this game back on television and educate the audiences.
It's incredible how fresh you look. It's like as if you just like woken up and just had a shower and just figuring out whether I should play some snooker in my life.
I'll tell you the secret. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
I don't do any of the things that are being spoken about, especially with, I don't want to take names, with star kids, sons and stuff.
True.
But,
and that's very tough to do actually when you're living alone for so long, playing alone, and in a very highly competitive atmosphere. And like you said, six hours. And after putting in 6 hours, if you lose, there's like nobody to cry back home with. So that again must be very difficult. Do you have like a psychology coach?
Luckily for me, in-house, my elder brother Shri is my sports psychologist.
Wow.
He's a performance and sports psychologist. And he introduced me to snooker and billiards, by the way.
Right.
So his contribution to my career has been immense. But coming
Is
to
that
your point,
not in India people, sorry to cut you, but do they not stress enough on sports psychologists?
I don't think enough importance is given to sports psychology. It's still at a very nascent stage. And it's not only about winning and losing, Salil. It's what the athlete is put through in preparation. Some of them have to wake up at ridiculous hours like 4 o'clock in the morning to train. Some of them have to work out late at night. Their diet, they have to eat so much of protein, eggs, chicken, this, that. Fortunately, in our sport, it's not that severe.
Yeah.
Ours is more when you're playing and while you're playing, and of course to deal with losses and even digest success in the same way. But that becomes very difficult. And a lot of athletes now during COVID have been extremely anxious. So they've been getting panic, anxiety attacks. When will we get our next game? Some people have been demotivated. So it's like, in films also, you're
Absolutely,
closely
yeah.
associated with the, the industry. So if there's a flop, how do you deal with a flop? You worked so long, 10 hours a day, 12 hours, had so much of pressure on him because everybody wanted him to win.
Yeah.
Now that's the kind of pressure you don't want. I don't know if people, when you follow tennis and you had seen the US Open final match, for the first time probably in his career, Djokovic was supported by the entire crowd because they wanted him to complete his calendar slam.
Yeah, correct.
And he lost that match.
Yeah.
So probably he's in his mind thinking, I was better off being the villain. Don't cheer for me.
Yeah.
I will be that guy who will show you and prove, has a point to prove.
Yeah.
So psychology also works in many different ways like that. It's not only about dealing with injury or long forced gap. It's also about winning, losing, about the crowd, about how your fans react to you, and it happens a lot in cricket, I guess. And it's great to have.
But I
that
think
kind of
you're
fan following.
ready for the next big jump. I feel you're very right about the fact. I doubt if, and through this medium, I do want to say that the way you said, I did not know that there were so many actively performing, participating, maybe decent level players as well. I mean, if you had 100 good players, you'd be able to pull off a league, wouldn't you?
Yes, we definitely have 50 good players who can actually, show the game at a high quality and produce that kind of game on television. We have women who are doing really well in our
Which is
sport.
great again.
Of course, limited opportunities for
Yeah.
them. The juniors are shaping up really well now. And some of the main players, between the age of 25 to 40 are winning medals for India, not just me. Some of them have won gold medals, silver medals in world and Asian and team championships. So I'm really looking forward to that day when we can show our skill and our prowess on television.
Would you say it's been a tough journey, or as perceived from the outside, or like on Wikipedia, simple, easy, ticking the boxes journey for you as a player and as a person through this entire career?
Initially, at the start of my career, when you're a nobody,
Yeah.
it's very difficult. I remember my mom had to break FDs to send me abroad to represent India in the World Championships and international events. Once I started winning, people warmed up a little more, the government supported a little more. But it's only when you're a somebody and when you're established as a sports person in your field, do you get that kind of support in the form of jobs from government organizations, or
Financing and
sponsors,
all that, yeah.
financially.
Yeah.
So that struggle was there, and of course not having a man in the house made it even more difficult. Things like even shaving, for that matter, I didn't even know how to do for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, so and luckily my elder brother Shri was there to play that role, but he also went to Australia for 6 years, so it was just mom and me for a long time. So
She
that's
must
the
be
person.
really proud of what you've achieved for the country and for yourself.
Who, mom?
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
absolutely.
Did she think you were good enough to be this big?
So there's a funny story about that. I was playing in Chennai once at the age of 14, and I had my maths exam coming up, and I was quite weak in maths that one particular year.
Right.
I remember the only 2 times I failed in school was, again, even there I was very consistent. I got 31 in both Hindi and maths. So I was very consistent,
Yeah.
And I said, I have to concentrate on my maths now, but I have a tournament in Chennai, and I can't miss that.
Right.
So there was a non-medalist, and there was a medalist event.
Yeah.
So the medalist had all the top state players of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
I won the non-medalist event,
Yeah.
somehow, whatever, and family was only too happy because at that age, 14,
Amazing.
This tiny tot going around just living on coke and chocolates and winning. Said, okay, fine. So I told my mom, I said, please, I want to play the medalist. It'll be great exposure for me. Anyway, I'll lose first, second round. She told my brother he wants to play and he's going to miss his tuitions. He's like, anyway, chalo yaar, wo second round mein haar jayega. No problem. He's playing these top players. One by one, I started playing, winning matches here and there. I reached the semis and I was playing the best player of Tamil Nadu,
Yeah.
who's a good friend of mine, Rafa Tabib. I won that match also 5-4 in the decider, very close.
Wow.
And then before I know it, I'm in the final. So at that stage, and I went on to win that tournament as well.
Yeah.
My mom said, yeah, you know what, he's not going to reach there, he's not that good as yet. But when I surprised her and my brother, and myself mostly, then I realized, boss, maybe there is something in me which I can, take forward and...
She allowed
actually
you to
bigger
miss
things.
the maths exam?
So I missed my tuitions. I somehow went for the exam and I showed up. But my confidence was so high that I sort of nailed that also. I'm like, yeah, whatever's happening is positive.
And you've also seen so much success at such a young age. I don't think you can quite understand the magnitude of how much you achieved. Do you sometimes feel that? Because it's so normal for you to win.
I feel that more in terms of how people perceive me.
Yeah.
When I'm going about doing my business, I know exactly, okay, yaar, if I'm going to be thinking too far ahead, I'm going to mess this up. If I'm going to be too nervous or like overawed by my opponent or the whole occasion, I'm going to mess it up. So I need to prepare mentally what I need to do.
Right.
But in terms of how people perceive me or the way they look up to me, because even today there were a lot of players watching my match. How does he come back from a score of 2-0 down and then tuck win the match? So these are the things that people pick up, and I've grown up watching, as you said, Geet Sethi and my coach Arvind Savur, Michael Frere, and all these big players,
Right.
Yasin Merchant play, and then picked up from there and developed my own game. you just try and be as cool, you know, pretend as if nobody's watching, but you know everybody is watching.
Of course. I think it's about time that you give yourself 100 pats on the back, because it's been a real honor for us to have you. You know, and I really do see that you have a vision for it and you have all the right connections. Uthappa's your friend. You're in the same league as Dhoni, and you're a step closer. Maybe you should just speak to the India Cements people. Say like, why don't y'all start a league here as well? Are you good at networking or very bad?
I've just started off. So now I shuffle my time between Bangalore and Bombay.
Right.
And I understand that Bombay is a city where things happen.
Yes.
And people don't waste your time. And I love that about the place.
Yes.
I love the vibe. Yes, you have to be on your toes.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, I know even you're a busy guy, Salil. So today was the only day I had time off after my match because the second half was free. Otherwise, every day I played 2 matches, morning and evening. So there's no time to step out of the club.
We're lucky.
No, not about lucky, but it's just that the city pushes you to do more, to be more.
Yeah.
And thanks to my wife Sanya, she's also, you know, an established makeup artist. So she has connections in the industry.
Yeah.
She introduced me to a lot of people who I'm networking with, and you know, who knows what comes out of it really.
I foresee a film very soon, and I'm really going to be looking forward to that, because I think when Sushant played Dhoni, I think a lot of people understood what he played, and I think if they do it right, a lot of them might not always work out right. I don't think Saina's was perfect. I think the expectation is high of the kind of biopic that they'd want, and it'll be awesome. Rather than for you at 70 to have a biopic, in your current playing time, if you have that'll be something else. I think the magnitude of Dhoni's biopic went up because he was still doing very well as a cricketer.
Absolutely.
And I think that'll really help.
That would really help. And if things work out, you never know, maybe in the next 2-3 years. Because it requires a lot of research. You need to train the actor to play the game.
Well, you're living in Bandra. One of the men that you've chosen is living in Bandra. So I think you just need to play a little bit of few sessions. And he's a bit of a chameleon. He's able to ape the other person. I've known him also for some time, and I'm in complete awe of his talent. If he plays long enough with you, mannerisms at least he'll be able to ape.
So it'll be great to have. I mean, because the medium through which people understand in India, fortunately, unfortunately, is cricket and Bollywood. And if you have a film or if you have something on screen to portray or to show the journey of an athlete, it'll do the game wonders. Of course, we can't go too technical on the game because the game is still not known.
No, but I think they understand that much.
Yes.
You know, I think it's not like I've seen so many games where, you know, even if you're technical today, I don't think we should underestimate the intelligence.
That's also true, and that's thanks to social media.
Yeah.
People can just pick up their phones, their gadgets, click at the click of a button, understand everything. There's so much information available.
And so many games of billiards and snooker available online on the phone.
Absolutely.
People pay so much of that, it's not even funny.
Absolutely, yeah.
Pankaj, thank you so much for joining us. It really was a pleasure, and I do hope that the world gets to know of all that you've achieved much sooner than I think that they do know right now. And Wikipedia is a great help, by the way. If you want Wikipedia to see, there's nothing like Wikipedia, because you'll feel so insignificant in life as a person. When you read his Wikipedia, you suddenly go, "Main kar kya raha hu yaar?" But Salil Acharya on Instagram, you can always get in touch with me directly. And Pankaj as well is on Instagram.
Yes.
Not so active all the time.
Not all the time.
But
especially when I'm playing my matches.
Yeah, but that's when you leave him alone so that he can win. Otherwise, it's fine. Thank you so much, Pankaj, for joining us.
Thank you, Salil. It was a pleasure. Thank you.